put an angle which will simulate the angle of the ellipse of the alar wing. And then we start drawing as accurately as we can the top of the alar wing like this, because this is going to be our first unit of measure. And if you will notice, I've gone to particular bother not to draw the same size as the drawing here, because I don't want people lifting measurements off, because they're not going to learn that way. Because if you go to draw from a model and you start lifting measurements, you'll be able to walk up to the model and lift the measurements off of the model. Now, the way to find out the height of this nostril here is to find from the bottom here to the top of it like that, and see how it measures in the width of it. And it looks like it's about the half of the width here is equal to the bottom of it, which is right here. And this line will come over here like this. And so let's just come around here and start constructing this nostril like this, and put this angle in like this, and the front angle in like such. And now we want to find out how far it is from this point over to this point here, which is the farthest point from the nostril, which forms the alar wing. And let's see how far it is from here to here. Equals from here to about here on the nostril. And it's about a point like this. It's just a little higher than the nostril here. Same at this point. And now we want to find out how deep it is from here to here. And we measure like this and find that it comes about such on the model, on the nostril there, like that will be the bottom of the alar wing. And what we do, we find that the alar wing comes in about this far on the nostril here like this. It comes down like this, and it works its way over to this point over here like this. And short, straight, continuous strokes will give you a drawing that is accurate. And now we want to find out how far it is from this point to from this point here at the end of the nostril to the nostril on the other side, the alar wing, the farthest extent of the alar wing over there. And from this side here, it comes to about here on the nostril. So from here to here equals from here to here. So this will be the extent of the nostril on the other side like that. And the apex of that curve will be a little higher than the nostril, but the nostrils themselves, if you will look, are on a flat line. Let's run a line straight across here where the nostril is, which means that the nostril over there cannot go any farther than it. And now let's measure how far it is from the top of this nostril to the beginning of this nostril here. And it seems to be about a hair more than a nostril's width. Right up here like this is the beginning of the nostril. It will come over like this. And we want to find out where the beginning of the nostril is here on the other side of the nose. And we find that it's about there on the nostril. So it'll come to about like that. And this point here comes about this point here. So all we have to do is take this and run the line down from here to here like this. And now we want to find out how far this point is from this point here. So you take and measure this distance between there, and it's a little bit less than the distance between here and here. So it's about like that. It will be the bottom of the septum. And that point comes into about here on the nostril. and all we have to do is find the connection here. It begins to curve up at this particular point here, and let's work our way down to the bottom of our septum, like that. And now we want to find, this is the high point of our alar wing, which is about so high. And this point here at the bottom of the alar wing seems to be on a level with this right here, straight across. And now let's come up from this point here. We want to come just inside here to form the nostril, and then down like this, and this is the point that the bottom of the nostril comes to, the bottom of that right nostril there, and we have to come from this point and down this way and around like this to form the other side of the alar wing. And now we've got the base of the nose. Now we want to find out where these other points are up here, the point of the curve here. If we run our line straight up and down, we'll find that this is a little less than half the distance between these 2 points. Like that. And this point will be on that line somewhere. Now we want to find out how high it is on that line, so we take these 2 points here, which are the farthest distance of the width of the nose, and we find that it's 1, and we have to go to this point right here, which is the apex of that curve. So let's just take it from the bottom here to here is 1, and about a little more than a third width. So all we have to do is just take this width here and go 1 and a little more than a third width. And this right here will be the same point as right here. It will relate to that. Now we want to find this point here, which is, if we run our line straight up and down, where the top of the ball of the nose is on this side of the nose, and we want to see how high it is, and it looks like it's about this width here from the top of the opening of the nostril, and where these 2 points meet is the top of the ball of the nose. So let's just come over here like this and draw our alar wing going into the ball of our nose, and this point right here, if we run our line straight down, we'll come a little bit to the right of this right here like this, and a little bit above it. And all we have to do now is to come in here and draw a line from here to here. To form the flat of the nose, the flat plane of the nose there. And now we want to find out where this, how wide it is from here to here. And it looks like it's about this width of the nostril, and